Hello folks, this is Truth Speaker, 1960 coming at you again. And this is a short vid, and the name of it is The Confederate Flag versus Black on Black Murder and Record Companies and Private Prisons. We all know about the recent events that happened in Charleston that sort of catapulted this subject into international limelight, so to speak. And what's so tragic about this, I'm going to jump to the crux of the meat of the subject, or of this video. What's so tragic about this is we all know that the Confederate flag stands for racism, slavery, and we know that. I mean, matter of fact, everybody on earth knows that. But what also concerns me is what about these record companies that have produced gangster rap, that they have promoted drug slinging, murder, and calling women out of their name the first few seconds of every one of these things. And then they get these record companies, they find a few clowns who know nothing about being gangster at all, and take the name from real people to exalt a phony lifestyle or culture to influence, and they have influenced an entire generation with this foolishness. You get it, 50 Cent, Rick Ross. Some of these people were actually dancers, correction officers, nurses. They knew nothing about gangsters, but the record company and the media took these clowns and have literally almost single-handedly destroyed an entire generation of children. As a matter of fact, the same record companies are owned by the same people who own the private prisons. And the owner of these private prisons, they went to the head of or shall I say, the leaders of all 50 states. And they told them, we will build or take over or buy as many prisons in your state as you need. They just had one stipulation, that you keep them 95% full. Now, how can you ethically do something like this? Then they charge some of them for being there, some kind of way. There's some type of, either through their toiletries or soap, cosmetic needs. But in other words, you're getting, not only do they get paid for keeping you there, they're working you, and you're paying also for being there. So they're getting paid roughly 3 times just for housing criminals, some of who have committed no violent crimes at all. Do you understand? Let me talk about black on black violence. In an 8-hour period in Chicago on July the 4th, 10 people were killed and 54 were wounded. But we're just marching for the flag, about the Confederate flag. Do you know how horrific the rate? Matter of fact, let me dig just a little bit deeper to give you a little more info. See, I do research on my videos before I put the statement out there, because it's fact. It's based on fact. I'm not pulling this out the top of my head. You can pull up the international homicide per 100,000. The international homicide rate. Do you know that blacks are 12 times, black murder rate is 12 times higher than people in all other countries on earth? That's including Iraq and third world countries. That's a fact. Matter of fact, let's get back to what I was saying. The international homicide per 100,000 population, even for Hispanics, is 5.2, but for blacks, as 19.5. Do you understand the astronomical figures? And 93% of those are black on black murder. Do you understand that? Do you understand the significance of this? But we can't get other blacks or people, especially blacks, to support calling these record companies on the horrific crime, almost crimes that they've committed in influencing and brainwashing an entire generation of people, especially blacks and people of color, because those are the ones who are lining up in these prisons. But we're just going to march against the Confederate flag alone. Really? Really? This is a shame before God. Let's not be hypocrites. These politicians have used this to catapult their own agenda. They could care less. They used a tragedy that was perpetrated on those innocent 9 and Clemente Pinckney in that church in Charleston to use that to further their own agenda. They could care less. They're a disgrace, and they're a despicable, despisable, disgraceful, disgusting group of people. This is why our country is in the shape that it's in, financially, morally, and everything else. It's a disgrace before God. Let's fight against all injustice. Let's hold these record companies to task. Let's march up and down in our black neighborhoods to stop black on black violence. We need God now, or we will not make it. God bless. I'm just appalled. I was asked to do this. It was on my heart, so I did it. I am appalled. This is disgusting. I hate injustice. I don't care what form it's in. Whether the flag, the Confederate flag, these record companies, or these private prisons. And they're all owned by the same people. They had a meeting to change the message in rap music, to promote a culture of violence and drug slinging that would fill up the private prisons, because the same people who own Atlanta and Sony own the private prisons. It's the same people. Just do your research. You'll see it's a scam. It's a front. It's all about money. They don't care what color or not, but they use this just to line their own pockets. It's an oversimplification, but that's just what it is. It's all about money. We need help now. Pray, folks. Pray for America and our people. Pray that we wake up, and pray that our black people wake up, and that our government wake up, and pray that all Americans wake up, because we are losing our country. God bless.